What's going on, everybody? John Anthony, man. What an NXT episode we just watched. A lot of things that I think we all knew were going to come to fruition. Awesome matches. Trick, Oba for the NXT TNA belts. We never even got to a finish. Let's talk about it. This is the NXT Rewind.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement.
How you doing, everybody? John Anthony. This is the NXT Rewind. As always, a very proud SportCoin affiliate and always powered by Zoa Energy. Thank you so much for joining us. This might be a little bit of an abbreviated episode. If you saw my tweet on X, unfortunately, if you don't notice, my brother from another mother is not to the left of me. This is not a Two Stooges collaboration. This is a single Stooges collaboration this week. Mike is dealing with some personal issues, and thoughts and prayers up to Mike and his family for dealing with everything. And hopefully, Mike is back next week. We have a big week. I wanted to come on here, at least talk a little bit with everybody. Obviously, if you saw NXT, we've talked about it for days, ever since last week. Zach, what's going on? Those that don't know, my boy Zach comes in here and lets us know what day it is in America. It is National Great American Pie Day. Pie Day. Huh. Okay, good to know. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, Zach. Ever since what we saw what happened last week, we saw the tweets at Homecoming, everything just started to evolve. We saw the people, talking about being there this Tuesday. Then we saw obviously the match being made for both those belts. Yes, Marie, thank you for joining in. It was an absolutely insane episode. And by the way, with it just me being here talking to myself, and all you fine folks, feel free to jump in the comments. Let me know what you thought, your thoughts, comments, emotional outbursts, and concerns. As always, fully interactive. Jump in here, maybe take us down a road we want to all talk about. So again, I can go sit here and kind of, it's just me talking, so I kind of just want to go through the matches, but I really want to start talking about the invasion angle that we got at the end of this show. The lights out match was great for me. Miles Bourne, Lexis King, these guys, their chemistry is building week after week after week. Bourne is just getting so much better every single time he's in between those ropes. And Lexis, I mean, obviously dropping a lot of LBs, but aside from just that, I mean, him being able to mold himself to the WWE style of wrestling, more from what he was doing in AEW and other places as well. So great to see that. These guys had a great match, cool lights out match, as was talked about in commentary. The last time we saw that was Booker T and The Rock on SmackDown. So great to see the match brought back. I like how NXT is doing these little gimmicky things, especially with these two gents. The lights out match, the blindfold match, things like that. I really dig it, and I like that NXT is bringing those things to the forefront for a lot of people to see and just kind of get a gander at, see what how they feel about it. As we saw, Stevie and Stone, the prime minister, and Mr. Stone are in charge. Ava was on the phone. They're trying to make sure. Are you the one who invited all these folks around to kind of hang out in the back? And of course, clearly, Ava does not have 5G wherever she is. Of course, it breaks off. She's not able to hear them, and it goes dead, leaving Mr. Stone and Stevie to figure it out for their own devices. And man, did it come to some kind of device when this show ended tonight. Ethan Page comes out, cuts a great promo. Obviously, Wagner Jr. is there, showing the audience with his mask. Ethan then starts addressing him, letting him know exactly what he's going to do to Tavion and at No Mercy. Wagner stands up. He's like, well, if you want to go now, we can just go now then. That's fine. Come on in the ring, bro. Get me a referee. He slides in. They go back and forth a little bit, locks in an ankle lock. Wagner does on Ethan Page, taps out. That's not Wagner Jr. That is Tavion, baby. They are going to have an amazing match in No Mercy. This No Mercy card is stacked. This is the kind of pay-per-view PLE that I would want to see debut on ESPN. Yeah, I said it. This card is already better than WrestlePalooza. This is nuts. I just can't believe, man. I don't want to get into the whole thing. If you did not watch the post show for WrestlePalooza, go check it out. Big Mike from the Run-In podcast makes an appearance back. He's been a little bit since he's been on. We had some great ideas, great opinions. We had some great banter all around. Shout out to the Run-In, by the way. They're coming up on their year anniversary show. Yeah, I remember when me and Mike first became friends, man. It was great, and we jumped in, just doing stuff together, and then the whole Chair Shot Media Group thing came up, and Mike's been with me since pretty much day one-ish that this has kind of been a serious thing. And shout out to you and Spedride, man. You guys are awesome, and yeah, you guys deserve it. All the sponsorships, everything that you guys have gotten. Twitch, so close to being a partner. You guys are killing the game. Keep doing what you're doing over there. You guys are awesome. So we move on. Candice LeRae, Laney Reed for the number one contender for the Speed Championship. I think a lot of people had Candice written in here. They just thought being on SmackDown, going up against Saul Ruka. Reed walking out of here with this win is amazing and makes me think. I know I've said it before on a lot of the PLE prediction shows. Every time it's NXT, this is going to be the time that Zarya costs her. This is going to be the time that Zarya costs her. This is going to be the time Zarya costs her. Obviously, Halloween Havoc is about 4 or 5 weeks away. We have that coming up. We're going to be flipping to the end of the year. The calendar will turn over. It's Royal Rumble. Next thing you know, where it's Stand and Deliver, where we want to see a lot of matches. The NXT has taken a whole year to build up and make sense. So yeah, Laney Reed gets the win here. The Sweet Knee, I believe it's called. What a move! What a sell by Candice too. Hell of a match. 1, 2, 3. Ladies walking into No Mercy this Saturday, and I got to tell you, we're going to be having a prediction show in a couple days. It revolves to Victory Road, obviously No Mercy, and I'll talk a little bit about the fact that those two pay-per-views, PLEs, I don't care what the hell they're called, pay-per-views, are one night after another, and obviously we have Bound for Glory in 2 weeks. So I'm going to get through this. We're going to start talking about the main event, what happened, and kind of what I think we're going to see on the landscape for the next 5 to 6 weeks. What's going to happen? Jordan Grace, Ariana Grace. Not much I can say about this match. Jordan Grace is doing what she does. Ariana Grace, for me, this character has taken a step back. I know people didn't like the liaison gimmick, but she was with Dad over on TNA. She was on Tuesdays on NXT. And now it even seems like Stax is like wearing crew cuts and he's got the glasses on. And I'm like, what happened to Stax? I thought he was the new mob boss. What are we doing? Taking over the family. D'Angelo's gone. Stax is doing nothing. I don't know if because everyone got injured, everyone had to walk away. Luca's gone. It's wild to me. I just feel like that was probably with no Tony. They just blew it all up, which sucks because I could have had a really, really cool angle on that. But yeah, steel cage weapons match gets announced. Obviously, Monroe comes down. Her and Grace are getting at it, and not only is it just a weapons match, but Mr. Stone calls it a weaponized steel cage match. That could possibly be the breakout match for one Blake Monroe. I'm telling you, man. And whether it is or isn't, and Jordan has to carry a little bit of that match could go down as a late entry into Match of the Year candidate when we have our year-end awards at the end of the year. So with that being said, we have JC Jane. I really wish Mike was here. And maybe we're gonna probably talk about a little bit next week as we were talking about the PLE and the results and stuff like that. This JC Jane promo was amazing. I need this from JC Jane. Get rid of the other two. Be on your own. Lola hit on a lot of good points. Both ladies really. This gave me a lot of like Cena Punk vibes and Seth Punk and just the people of history, which JC and Lola have ever since Lola's walked into the Performance Center and debuted on NXT. They were just going at it and in a great cutting kind of way, just backdoor cutting and just like hitting everyone where it kind of hurts and it's a little soft. Both acknowledging their soft points, but obviously JC goes in for the kill, bringing it. When she does lose on Saturday, she will be the family's biggest disappointment. And if everyone knows, Lola's about one thing: it's about family, and it's about respect. And those two words definitely put her over the top. Back fist, obviously, that JC picks up the title, holds it over her. Could that be the scene that we have walking out when we have No Mercy? I don't know, but it's going to be a hell of a pay-per-view. Dark State taking on Joe Hendry and Chase U. This match, I've been telling you, you might not have had high expectations for this match. Everyone knows Dark State can go. I've been on the Dark State train. I've been a stand for them since day one. This is going to be done right. Obviously, the long game is what you're trying to play here. You're not going to want to break them up too soon, but you want to let it breathe at least for another 6 to 8 months. If you can hold the Judgment Day on for this long, you could hold Dark State on for this long as well. Obviously, having some gold, hanging out, defending it here and there. But obviously, with the other two gents, it's going to hold on to that belt a little while longer into that group. Hendry, I say it with great respect to Joe Hendry, and Vic Joseph hit it on it a little bit actually, and obviously was in kayfabe to kind of put down other people, but Joe Hendry did it the right way. The man was a lawyer for Rusev on Raw, and they were get out of here. You got to go see it. My man went recreated himself in TNA, became a meme, wrote a song, and just did the Ken doll thing with the blonde hair, and just made himself undeniable and just unignorable. Attention seeking, whatever the adjective you want to use for it is. And Joe Hendry made himself so great that it was undeniable to put the TNA World Championship on that man. Did he deserve it? 1000%. Should he have held as long as he did in defenses? Hell no. Joe Hendry is like on a scale of 1 to 10, like a 6 at best wrestler. He's got 5-6 moves. The standing ovation doesn't work when he was going to lift Osiris up for the standing ovation, or I think it was Suge. What are we doing? No, you're not. You're not doing that. Stop it. This isn't the Rey Mysterio Big Show days anymore, where the 619 Big Show, you get the pin after dropping a dime on the top rope on a 7-foot tall giant. It's just not the way it works anymore. And again, nothing against Joe Hendry. My personal opinion is, I've talked about it with Mike. We said it last week on the show. I think Joe Hendry is signed with WWE. I think that shoe is dropped. TNA has come out. Carlos has come out and said that it is a working partnership, that he's able to go on both shows. Right, but no one said he isn't signed. Oh, I'm sorry. I take that back. He did say he's still signed with TNA. But is that a half truth or a half lie? He can still be signed to TNA and have a multi-faceted contract and still appear mostly on WWE TV, which he has done the past 6 to 8 weeks on NXT. Also on TNA here and there comedically, but wrestling pretty much on Tuesday nights on the CW. So that's going to be interesting to watch, to follow up on, and especially everything else that happened with this invasion angle. Oba comes down. Here comes Trick Williams. They get it on. Once I think you saw them kind of pop out and show all these people in the stands, Kaz, Macklin, the Inspiration, the Rascals were there. Santana comes out to do commentary. Matt freaking Cardona stepped foot in a WWE arena and was on WWE TV. Holy shit. I'm here for it. That's how I knew things were about to get real. It was almost like someone was waiting to throw the first silo. Booker T kept the jargon going. I don't know how much you were really watching in the ring. I think they did that on purpose to kind of keep it so you were listening to what Santana was saying with the other two gents, with Vic and Booker. And Booker's like, you're only here spectating, right? You're just here to take a look. And Santana starts, talking about, we heard about what you said, obviously, about NXT. We saw your homecoming. You didn't really invite any of us. You guys didn't let us in. And now Santana starts marching toward this narrative of TNA being owned by WWE. We're in your shadow. That's old. It's stupid. We're our own company. You're not owned by you. We're our own. You help us, and now we're helping you. And just Santana gets more and more and more aggressive. Finally, him and Trick go to blows. The bell rings. It's all they were waiting for. Both sides. Everyone comes out of the audience. Everyone gets emptied out of the back. NXT and TNA. The invasion is on. We are here. September 23rd. Mark this day down. This is a day I think TNA starts turning the corner on their own. And you can say what you want. Aaron from Loves Wrestling, what's going on, baby? Thank you so much for jumping in. Dr. Love in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Love. This is the point of no return. This is kind of what I kind of want to get on my soapbox. I don't bookmark tweets mostly. Sometimes I do if it's really egregious and stupid and you need to get called out on things. But everyone has been just running their mouth, talking about TNA, talking about WWE. TNA's a shit show. TNA's little brother. TNA, all they're doing is feeding WWE. All WWE is taking TNA's titles. Right. If you don't know anything about WWE, okay? This isn't AEW. There's not instant gratification. Week to week, the way it's almost booked in AEW is you get 4 weeks of Dynamite and Collision. You have a PLE. You douse those matches on that PLE. the next Wednesday, like tomorrow night on Dynamite, you would have tomorrow. I would imagine you're gonna start to see new rivalries, new matches. So it's almost like every PLE is a new chapter. You have 12 chapters in the book of the year, which is great. If that's what you like watching, it's like a reset after every pay per view. Phenomenal, dude. Then AEW is the spot to go on Wednesdays and Friday nights to check out. I'm sorry, Saturday nights to see what they're doing. I agree. This is going to be an amazing, amazing rivalry and angle, Aaron. I agree with you wholeheartedly. WWE, since TKO, and ever since Paul Levesque has gotten a hold of that pen, did WrestlePalooza suck? Absolutely. But in general, storyline wise, it's always about long term storytelling, long term booking. That is what Paul Levesque does. That's what TKO and WWE does. And that's just what they do. So all this, the pot was just simmer, 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 simmer. Oh, we took another belt. Oh, now we got a double women's champ walking around. Oh, look, now we're beating you at your PLE. Trick walked out of Slammiversary. Walked out of Long Island. I was there. The place was livid. Put Santana on his ass and beat him. I'm sorry, Hendry did. And then he beats his ass 1, 2, 3. Simmer, 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 simmer. Now, finally, it's hey, we're gonna unify the belts. It's gonna be Oba and Trick. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So now TNA talent doesn't even have a say in what happens with that belt. It's not even TNA talent technically going for that belt. This is where we got to. This is what it was. This is what we're all waiting for. Long term. This is the stuff when I was saying other people were, listen, you got to let it cook. You have to let them cook. And now we're cooking. And we're cooking with gasoline right now. I'm telling you right now. The way that show ended, that was seeing that everybody in the ring, both rosters, this is going to be great. We are now on that exit, hitting the corner. We're about to hit the freeway. From now until Bound for Glory is going to be such an amazing storytelling experience with belts, with wrestlers, old stories and new. You don't think Jordan's going to get involved? Obviously, Ricky Saints is going for that belt. You saw him going over there. Him and Oba have their thing. You don't think Ricky's going to get involved? You know, you're going to have other people from TNA that are already here. They're going to get back into things, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see what they do. For me, I don't know what the future holds. No one does. I'm the king of making stupid predictions, but I do it with my mind and not my heart. Because you want to see this person win, you want to see that person win, you want to see this. My thought has been, and me and Mike have talked about this week after week. I said it on the post show at Heatwave. I've said it time and time again. Bound for Glory, the reason why it's being built up so well. By the way, speaking of TNA Bound for Glory, shout out to Mickie James. Just announced yesterday she's going to be inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame. So excited and honored and privileged to be in a presence to see that. Mickie is such a great and favorite wrestler of mine. It's going to be cool to see that happen. For me, Bound for Glory is the actual turning point. There's a reason why we're going to start now. Don't get ahead of myself. Now, you're going to start to see the matches made a la Invasion, like it was with WCW, WWF. 4 championships. Macklin. What I don't want to see is I don't want to see Crown Jewel. I don't want to see a bragging rights pay-per-view. That's what I don't want to see. And I could damn sure probably tell you Paul Levesque doesn't want to book that. I don't want to see 7-on-7 and their best and our best. Unless you're doing it a winner-take-all Survivor Series-esque, and you're buying TNA. I don't want to see that shit. I want to see Macklin taking on Javon. I want to see Kaz taking on this person. I want to see the matchups we've all been talking about. I mean, Kaz and AJ Styles is a match I think we might not ever get to, which sucks because those two really need to have a finality with their rivalry. But with that being said, Oba taking on maybe someone else from TNA. Maybe someone steps up to challenge Oba. Obviously, unless if I'm a betting man, I'm taking a whole paycheck and I'm putting money down that Santana walks out of there with that TNA championship taking off the Trick. Trick's had his run. It's fun. Now it's time to get thrown up to the main roster on Raw or SmackDown. No, Aaron, I agree, man. It's Sean Cook's man. He's doing a great job as Booker in NXT. He's better than Triple H and Tony Khan combined. I'm not gonna, Tony Tony's getting better because, like I said a little earlier, I think Tony's now in these. I'm gonna book one month worth of rivalry matches, and then you do the callbacks, the Okadas and the Kennys and stuff like that. You can go back to those rivalries and stuff like that with MJF and other people, MJF and Hangman. But I think Tony's really getting to a vibe of booking 4 weeks out and then to a pay per view. 4 weeks out pay per view, unless obviously it's one of the big ones like Revolution, something like that. I think Tony's really finding an edge right now, and like you can see when he's talking in the pressers. You see when he's talking about different other things, like even in commentaries. He's more confident. He's liking what's going on. He's feeling it. I don't want to get into a whole thing here with Tony Khan, NXT AEW. I know we were joking around WrestlePalooza about AEW versus. I don't want to do that tonight. This is NXT, so um, but as far as Triple H as a booker, did he shit the bed at WrestlePalooza? Yes. And Tony and the beholder, if you think Tony Khan is better than Triple H, then that's great, and that's your opinion, and no one's gonna take that away from you. And I'm sure you could sit there with 15 other people, and they'll give you reasons why Triple H is better, and that's why wrestling is so great. Whatever company you like, and if that's what you like, it's what you like. Um, but like I said, this isn't about booking right now. This is about who books AEW or who books or Triple H. That'd be doing a disservice to the folks over on Tuesday nights. This is NXT. This is TNA. Okay. So my thought process is you're going to get into Bound for Glory, WWE ridden, NXT wise, maybe one or two people coming down. For my money's worth, when I'm sitting in those seats, I'm going to see Paul Levesque in the middle of the ring with Carlos Silva, and for me, they're going to be announcing a TV deal. I don't know if it's CW. I don't know what's going on. I hear AEW might be losing their TV rights over here. Neither here nor there. Now, I don't really care either way what's going on with them. But whether they bring them to Netflix, whether they bring them over, wherever they go, I think Bound for Glory is um, where they announce their TV deal, wherever they're going to go, Sci-Fi, Peacock, wherever it is. Dreamer does, in fact, book over in TNA. He is pretty much, he won't tell you he's the head booker, but a lot of 90% of 95% of what happens goes through him, and Tommy does a great job over there. And obviously probably working a lot with Sean as well, doing a lot of stuff with this co-brand stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's why I wish if Mike was here, we probably wouldn't talk. We'd probably be talking for like an hour and a half. But for me, obviously Thursday night, you're going to see a bunch of people over there. Getting ahead of myself to Friday and Saturday night, we have Victory Road on Friday night. On Saturday night, we have No Mercy. Bet your money again. Hedge your bets. Both talents are going to be on both shows doing things, affecting matches. It's going to come to a point where it's going to be Santino Marella, Shawn Michaels in the ring. They're going to have a what does NXT like to do? They like to have a summit. They're going to have an NXT TNA summit, and it'll probably be Silva. I'm guessing it'll be Paul Levesque because Shawn Michaels is just like the GM. So it would be Silva and Santino, Paul Levesque, and Shawn Michaels. Thus, the homecoming, teasing it again. People talking about something like that. Seeing those two on TV, you're going to see it again because now Paul's above him. It's Shawn. And then having a summit about what are we going to do? We can't have this anarchy. Clearly, both these rosters want a piece of each other. What are we going to do? And either Santino's going to bring it up, Paul's going to bring it up. Hopefully, somewhere out of like the background, the top of the stage in NXT, William Regal pops up and yells "War Games." I'm here for it, but um, but yeah, for me, I think you're going to get yourself an old school invasion angle pay per view, somewhat out of Bound for Glory. Again, I don't want to see Bound for Glory tarnished. That is their WrestleMania, and I want WWE throwing their shit all over it. Bound for Glory, hashtag or AKA or whatever invasion. I don't do that. Bound for Glory is Bound for Glory, man. Don't touch that. That is a sacred pay per view for them. But you can definitely have it like you can have like the WW, you have the NXT TNA logo like hitting each other or having them crossed over. I think I have that somewhere in my phone. Someone did the NXT TNA logo, which you can do awesome stuff with that. But I want to see people from NXT taking on TNA and vice versa. Um, but yeah, luckily, myself and Mike are blessed to be able to be at Bound for Glory. So to be there in person, I think there's going to be a lot of monumental events. To see Santana take that championship home, I don't think there's going to be one person sitting in those seats when that goes down. And who knows what else is going to happen. I mean, again, I'm just privileged to see the Dudleys their last match, to see the Hardys and the Dudleys go at it one more time. There's just so much cool stuff to see and to watch. It's going to be so great. But yeah, like I said, I could go on and on and on about my views and things like that. I wanted Mike to be here so we could kind of knock off each other. Obviously, life happens, things happen. Nothing against him. We'll obviously chop it up in our prediction show when we talk about NXT in a couple days before Saturday, and obviously talking TNA is going to be on a couple days as well, talking about everything Victory Road and everything going on over there. So yeah. So I appreciate you folks tuning in. I appreciate all 80 folks that are here. Sorry it's a short episode for those that don't know that are still watching, kind of just tuning in. Unfortunately, my brother from another mother, the second to my stooge to me, that we do this every Tuesday. Mike had some personal issues come up and some family stuff. So just thoughts and prayers out to Mike and his family, dealing with everything at the time. So hopefully everything's okay, and hopefully we're able to have Mike back next week, dissecting everything that happens this weekend. Um, with that being said, we were live. We weren't live last night. Had some stuff going on. Usually we're live on Monday nights. Myself and Lady Alpha. You can find me on Tuesday nights talking with Mike from the Mob Squad. Everything NXT Rewind. Thursdays talking TNA. Fridays SmackDown Shakedown, and obviously covering everything from soup to nuts. AW, TNA, WWE, Raw, SmackDown. You name it, we cover it and talk about it. Um, yeah. So with that being said, guys, everyone have a great Tuesday evening. Get ready for some amazing wrestling this weekend from TNA and NXT. I'm John Anthony, guys. This is NXT Rewind. I'll talk to you guys this week.